So I wanted to start by displaying the theme of the conference, which is a focus we achieve when we leverage technology together. A little bit about myself. My name is Britta Maddox. I work with the Anoka County Fire Protection Council. I am the Public Safety Data Systems Fire RMS Administrator, and we're a consortium of 16 fire departments and 3 specialty fire rescue teams in Anoka County, Minnesota. We implemented First Due from contract signing to go live in under a year, utilizing a phased approach, phased in the number of departments we took on at one time, and phased in the approach we took with which modules we added on at what time. This was our first experience with a hosted solution versus an on-premise solution. Departments were accustomed to an open door. Anything SQL can do was available for them. We had a massive pile of reporting needs from the simple to the complex. Challenge number 1 was taking the PostgreSQL database and converting it to standard SQL, which has fewer constraints on the framework of what you can accomplish. We rose to that challenge and also incorporated database refreshes 4 times a day to reach the expected near real-time reporting needs of the county. And then we got to work. One of the initial inefficiencies discovered was in the process one of our local fire departments, Coon Rapids Fire, was following for daily command staff updates. Data was being entered manually by battalion chiefs and captains in a multitude of different systems. They had a payroll system for pay and time tracking, accruals and FLSA, plus a secondary Excel spreadsheet that was capturing all of that as a second layer of verification. Training and related certifications were tracked in our previous RMS vendor, as well as in Vector Solutions where the courses were monitored, and in other licensing sites like NREMT, and in a Microsoft shared calendar. The shared calendar also covered scheduling information related to payroll, including overtime, and our previous RMS vendor also tracked incident details and the attendance, plus a separate Word document for any structure fire general alarm attendance. And to top all of that off, data was also entered into a separate Word document every day, which was then manually attached and emailed to command staff every morning. There was a lot of duplication. The first phase of our solution was to automate that last step, the collection of data from the disparate points of entry, and deliver it each morning automatically. With that, we also showed them the path to consolidate their data entry tasks into a singular platform with First Due, covering scheduling, events, training, and incident documentation. As it was mentioned this morning, change is hard. The 2 things we know public safety professionals hate: change and the way things are. So they still had secondary and tertiary tracking systems they were maintaining for data verification items like accruals and FLSA as they began to get comfortable with the power and accuracy of First Due and an automated reporting system. There's a copy of what this initial output looked like in the handouts in the app. Each day's effort was cut by more than half, but we knew we could go one step further. First Due dashboards allow a single point of entry, data validation behind the scenes, and reliable technology for data capture and tracking. It takes time to set up all the rules in the background, but once those are set, the dashboard becomes a single source of truth, viewing the data where it lives natively in a summarized format with no need to spend time reconciling disparate systems. Looking at the dashboard module within First Due, it ends up looking like this for our departments. So at the top, they see their schedule for the day. An important thing to note is that previously this was delivered once a day at 9 a.m. for the shift prior, with no visibility into any current scheduling happenings or any changes in the shift from the day prior. Now this is up to the minute access of all of their data in real time. As they scroll down the page, they'll next see a list of events, training, and inspections for a given day, with a quick glance of incident statistics along the side. After that, there's a daily log, which captures visits from maintenance, tracking of other miscellaneous info that they want to pass on to the next shift, and other general tasks that may be accomplished during the day. And finally, at the bottom, they see an incident list with their most current incident at the top of the list. This functions as a roll call for what happened in the previous shift, as well as a to-do list of their shift's responses. As a consortium, we couldn't stop at one. The vision of simplified data entry and interconnectivity spread across our county partners, leading to the development of a Fire Data Standards Committee to provide a common language and standardized data entry for most aspects of the system. Regional data sharing of pre-plan information with both in-county and out-of-county mutual aid partners adds to the safety and efficacy of response to each and every incident. And then a standardized report summary, delivered to fire chiefs annually and available to run on demand for any given time frame. The report summary combines multiple NFPA 1710 and 1720 reports into a single point of data retrieval, leading to consistent countywide statistics, fair comparisons between same-sized departments, and with that common set of statistics, which were previously run independently and at the discretion of each department, the ability to utilize these in an equitable cost allocation formula, determining each department's contribution to the Fire Protection Council budget. A copy of this is also included in the handouts. And there's even more. Time spent previously on paper is now being converted to finding technologically innovative and safer ways to complete all aspects of the fire service. Inspections are able to be completed virtually, saving inspectors time and minimizing their risk in a climate generally unfriendly to public safety. Pre-plans go beyond the inspector and a big book on a shelf collecting impressive amounts of dust. Shift rotations are developing pre-plans for high-density residential and commercial areas. That data includes Tier 2 information for high-risk buildings and is shared with mutual aid partners for a common operating picture and standardized language to create the most effective and safest response. And we continue to grow in these final two areas as we implement the command module within First U to automate and digitize incident command. Plus, with our ODBC connection, we have the ability to meet any advanced reporting needs moving into the future. What I hope I've shown you is that these efficiencies are attainable for you in your department today. The humbling opportunity to present underscores for me the fire service's desire to lead, grow, and revolutionize the way technology works for you. And I'm honored to be a part of technological innovation and the fire service. Thank you.